Welcome to the most extreme ranking challenge.
Alrighty, welcome to a spooky episode of Most Extreme Ranking Challenge. Today we're going to be doing some ranking of movies that scared us as kids, or that we think would be scary for kids. Basically it's Spooktober. It's October, Halloween. Yeah. I'm Tyler, your host, and today we're going to be ranking the best and worst of scary kids movies. Now, this is a very weird term because this can be anything from just horror movies or just movies that scared us as kids, just depending on who we are and who is speaking. First up, we have, as always, Anna. How are you doing, Anna?
Good, and I'm scared.
You're scared already?
I'm scared already. Just going in.
Okay,
Scared.
so Anna's number 5 is going to be this episode of Most Extreme Ranking Challenge. It's the scariest
Already.
kids movie. No. But yeah, tell us about yourself, Anna. Where can they find? What do you do?
So I am part of a pop culture podcast called Prism Power, where we talk about everything from superheroes to anime. Yes, I haven't watched My Hero Academia, but I will one day. Yeah. And you can find me on social media at Anna Voltage, ANA Voltage. There you go.
Sounds good. Lemar Harris.
Top of the morning to your lads and lasses. My name's LemartheConGuy, or Lemar Harris, whoever the fuck you know me, man. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitter, all under LemartheConGuy, LemartheConGuy. I am a professional idiot. That's pretty much what Tyler has me for. If he needs someone to be funny at his panels, he says, hey, I got a whole bunch of good people who actually belong here, but they're not funny. So do you mind joining this panel? And that's what I do.
I don't agree with any of that statement, but Matthew Johnson.
Good afternoon, man. I'm LemartheConGuy, special cousin, Matthew the nigga. Boom, 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 just kind of shit, you know what I mean? So, hey, I made all y'all laugh. Fuck y'all niggas, yeah. Anyway, hi, my name is Matthew. I'm here. I'm the other special person, the other black guy that no one knows, because, I'm not LemartheConGuy, because everyone loves his black ass for some reason, but not my black ass, but, it's all good. Hey.
That's who I am.
We'll be taking applications for a new co-host. I'm just kidding. That did not land. I'm sorry. That was horrible.
No, it didn't.
But I'm keeping it in the episode, and that's what matters. And today we have a special guest. We have a special guest, Remy. Remy, who are you?
I'm the third black guy nobody knows. And
Damn right. Hell yeah.
If Lamar's a professional idiot, then I'm an amateur idiot. And I'm a YouTuber, comedian, writer for HorrorBuzz, jack of all trades, master of none. But you can find me on the YouTubes, and I will plug that shit at the end. So if you want to hear it, you better listen to the rest of this episode.
Yeah, that's the only reason why you need to keep watching this episode.
Right. It was the worst intro of all time.
You did great. You know what? You tried. That's all that matters. Yeah,
the rest of us did it. But
we've only done this like 20 times.
It's
fine.
You didn't
and
fall
we still
flat.
haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah, you didn't fall flat like my joke, did. So you're on a roll. But alrighty, now we'll be doing the top 5, the bottom 3 of the best and worst, scariest kids movies. And at number 5, we will have Remy as our judge. At number 4, Anna. At number 3, myself. Number 2, Lemar. And number 1, Matthew. And for the bottom 3, at number 3, it will be Matthew. For number 2, Lemar. And for number 1, Anna. Thank you, Google, for giving me that list. And now that we have Remy as the judge for the first round, does anybody have a spooky, scary skeleton feeling to go first? That was horrible. I'm gonna go first, just because that was so bad, and I'm just gonna keep this train going.
Poor Tyler.
There was one kids movie when I was growing up, and Remy may not know this movie, now knowing that you are much younger than us. But this movie was a hybrid film. It was a really, really big deal back in the 90s, and it had like one of my honestly one of the first times I was like, oh yeah, that's an attractive animal lady character. and like, oh come on, first off,
Where's this going?
a Goofy movie, we all had a crush on Roxanne, so don't even try to say that
we
you didn't
didn't.
have a crush
That's
on her.
well, we're trying to figure out what you're landing on, Tyler.
Yeah. We
There's
trying to
a
land?
there's a difference between Roxanne and My Little Pony.
No,
Yeah,
no.
bruh.
Okay. So this movie had a scary cloud rhino. It had a giant peach that was flying through the sky, and it
Oh,
scared the crap. And it scared the crap out of me every
Yes.
single viewing. James
Yep.
and the giant peach. But
yes. Oh my
the
God.
spider, she was so hot, and I don't know why.
No, I agree, and it's funny because I loved Nightmare Before Christmas as a kid. Like I watched it all the time, and that did not freak me out. But James and the Giant Peach fucked me up. So I
That
agree
rhino,
with you there. I love it. I love it now. But
Yeah, that rhino was just
not
like
everything. That abusive ants is horrifying. Anyway, all right.
it's true. But yeah, that's my
serious
shot.
Consideration for
Later? Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'll go next. I'm immediately gonna say James and the Giant Peach is too low on this list for me.
Really?
It's way too low. But you're not gonna like my next answer. For number 5, this is a personal answer for me, and I know no one's going to agree with this, but as a 4-year-old when this came out, this was fucking terrifying. The Brave Little Toaster was the scariest son of a bitch I've ever seen as a toddler. And I side-eyed my toaster for like years after that because in my brain, I knew, even as a young child, the likelihood of my toaster walking around doing shit was low, but not zero. It was not zero. And I did not, it fucked me up. I side-eyed every electronic I had for years. It wasn't until like I want to say 4th grade that I finally like lowered my shoulders. But I was not with the shit. I didn't make toast. I did not make Pop-Tarts because I thought that little motherfucker was
But why would the toaster scare you and not that one song? That one song was scary.
Where the cars are all talking about how they're useless now.
Yeah.
And that whole movie is surrounded.
That whole movie was terrifying. But like the nuances of the song and shit, I was too young to really understand that. Songs are songs. All I knew is that electronics were moving. And I was used to seeing like animals, like Looney Tunes was the shit. And like fucking
what about Toy Story?
Disney did that shit. Toy Story is many years later. I watched this when I was like 4.
Yeah.
When you're 4 and you just realize like I am a person, therefore I think, that shit was terrible.
I agree. And also every 5 minutes, because I rewatched it recently, and every 5 minutes there's a suicide reference. Like everything.
There's a
lot of those.
Not remember this movie.
Every Disney movie that came out in the 80s, like that and All Dogs Go to Heaven, Black Cauldron, they're all surrounded by death. They're all shrouded by death. And that until the Disney Renaissance in the 90s happened. So I like your idea, but I want to hear what else?
Got Matt and Anna next.
I just
go ahead.
How was Blanky scary? Blanky was like so common for me.
I'm not naming the kids movie. I can tell you that right now. I am not naming the kids movie. None of my list consists of nothing that is a child. These are movies that I watched as a child. Since I'm already talking, I was gonna go ahead and it's fine. None of these are kids movies. Like I'm not saying I was a fucked up kid. All I'm saying is that I watched weird shit as a kid. And most people should not have watched the movies that I watched as a kid, which 100% explains why my ass is crazy right now. So, my number 4 on my list, and I just want to clarify.
Number 5.
5, my bad. 5. I'm gonna be honest, maybe both, depending on how I'm feeling.
No particular order.
I in high school, since we're doing preteens, I had to read the book when I was younger as well, which is weird because I don't know why the hell they're making a 6th grader or a 7th grader read this book at all. It makes no fucking sense. And I end up watching a movie, and it's the term Big Brother that comes into existence.
Oh.
Yes. Oh yeah. So my scary movie that fucked with me as a kid was the movie 1984.
Which one? Like, which one did you watch?
I watched the 1984 one that came out because in high school, You never seen that?
You had to
You don't
read
know about
that in
that?
6th grade?
Oh yeah, I had to read that shit in 6th grade and everything. They
What?
made us read it about how the government's always watching you, Big Brother's always
Yeah.
watching you
I
and
read
shit,
that in 9th
and
grade.
that like you have no sense of privacy whatsoever. No, that 100% freaked me the fuck
Oh,
out because during that
oh.
time
Lucky,
I was
used to read The
discovering.
Great Gatsby and other white people problems.
Yes, dude, they made us write so many fight books. It's fucking amazing. But still, I read that book when I was younger and watched the movie, and it fucked with me 100%. Because during that time, that's when puberty was real, and that's when I
Yeah.
started discovering my hentai and everything. And having the idea of the government constantly watching me and shit while I do that kind of thing, discovering my body, that scared the fuck out of me. So
Yeah, you learn to
that
own
is-
it.
I need to talk to your parents.
Yes, you do.
Someone
I know,
needs
right?
someone needs to answer for these crimes.
Read like that. I read
look.
that book in high school.
Look, like I said, none of my movies on this list consist of actual kid movies. These are just
I
movies
need
I
to
watched as a
talk
kid.
to
Okay?
your
I'm
parents.
just letting y'all know that. So
What the hell?
if you're a child, thank God. If you've never watched 1984, that's good. But please, that movie fucked with me. It really did. Oh
I'm
my
gonna guess
god.
it. I'm gonna
Your
guess this-
parents need to answer for these crimes.
Wait.
Wow.
Why?
Wow.
Why, Lemar?
Wow.
Why? Because why was your little black ass reading or watching 1984?
Yeah.
Okay, to
Someone
my
should at
defense,
least,
to
in
my
your defense, what? Your parents
that-
neglected you and let
no,
this shit happen?
this isn't
that
the
movie
parenting.
that
This
movie
is
was
a
not
school
on
thing.
cable.
I went to a private school most of my life. So they made us read higher up books, and one of those books was that.
West Coast schools do shit different. You know what I was
Yeah.
watching in fucking 6th grade? The
Mhm.
fucking George Washington Carver story.
And that's
Goddamn
why,
it.
and that is why
Wow.
you a basic ass nigga, uneducated ass fuck.
At least I know shit about. You know what? That ain't this episode.
the fuck up.
Wait to February, motherfucker.
Let's
I got
go.
you then.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah,
But anyway, 1984. Yeah.
Anyway, 1984.
Okay.
Weirdest pick.
every
for a
book I
kid's
had
movie.
to
That
read in
one.
high school and middle school was about middle class to rich white people complaining about nothing. So
Yeah.
Catcher in the Rye, Great Gatsby, Separate Piece.
Catcher in the
all
Rye.
of
all
them.
those.
Oh, Catcher in the
All
Rye.
that goddamn
I
book.
That was
I hate that
overhyped.
book.
Me
I
too.
hate
Me.
it.
Killer
so
Mockingbird? That was my
much.
shit. I love that book. That was great.
I don't get the hype on that.
What's that?
To Kill a
To Kill a
Mockingbird in the
Mockingbird.
South
Yeah,
has
that
a
one was-
different
I
feel.
love that. Yeah.
We are going so deep, but I can say Kill a Mockingbird as a Negro in the South has a completely different connotation. But
Yes, it
anyway,
does.
1984.
It's such a great book. Like it's
Yeah.
Man,
There's
we
so
talking about
much I
kids
can jump
movies? Man,
into
that's
with
great.
Kill a Mockingbird that I'm not even going to go into it because, oh my God, that's like another rabbit hole for me.
Oh,
Yo,
God,
can we have a
we're gonna
podcast
end
about
up
that
doing
later?
an episode
Oh,
about books.
there's
Top
so
five
much.
books?
Y'all
Top
gonna
five
realize
books?
I've read like 6 books in my life, and this is gonna be bad.
Yeah.
So
Okay, Anna.
much feelings. See, if I would have gone that way, I actually had a really good material if I would have just named the movies that scared me as a kid. But I went with what Tyler told me to do. So I have kids movies that scared me. And number 5 is The Witches.
Thank
'Cause,
you. Oh my god.
dear God, I
Oh
don't
my
know.
god.
That taught me
The
never to be
original.
Snoopy.
The
Yeah.
original with Angelica Houston. We don't talk
Yes,
about
that
the
one.
remake.
No,
Oh
we
my
don't
God.
talk about the last
That-
year's, whatever.
Yeah, the book freaked me out, and the movie freaked me out even more, and it still does to this day. But Angelica Houston is such a queen,
Oh.
and
Always.
She is.
like it's like I know she's like horrible and evil, and she's doing something really fucked up. And I'm like, I want to be her.
Oh God, yes, I
I
love
wanna-
her.
I want that energy. That
Yes.
Grand High Witch energy.
No,
Angelica
I love
Houston-
Right
her.
now, I'm just the Grand High Witch, but
I love her evil like vibe, even in Ever After. I'm just like, girl, you rock. I want to
Right.
be you. But,
but I agree. It's terrible.
yeah,
Her
like
and
when
Morticia was perfection.
yes. No, actually, she's just perfect. Can this whole podcast just be about her? No, just when they're taking off their human garb and they're showing who they really are, and then turning the kids into mice. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm good. I don't need to watch this movie ever again. One
Like, the
and
makeup-
done.
The makeup is so well done.
Yes.
And the story is so well done. That's a great movie.
Yeah, it is.
Angelica
Yeah,
Houston and
so
Morgan
good.
Freeman have been old their entire career.
They really have. And I have I just don't like those type of shoes, the square shoes anymore. I just shoes I see them, they come back in fashion. I'm like, no, please don't. So
I think they're fierce, but whatever.
They scare me.
Okay.
They're that fierce because they scare me. So
Okay.
Okay.
So I have to pick one of
Yeah.
these four. Okay.
Do you need a refresher, or you got them all?
No, I've been giving serious consideration. So I'm trying to think. So Brave Little Toaster scares me a lot more as an adult than it did as a kid. As a kid, I just didn't really get it. Whereas James and the Giant Peach legitimately freaked me out, and The Witches legitimately freaked me out. But I watched The Witches all the way through, whereas James and the Giant Peach, I started watching it and then stopped because I was too freaked out. And then many years later, I watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
So it's close, but I'm gonna have to give it to James and the Giant Peach just for that reason. But all great.
I'm not gonna get any more. Thank you. But yeah,
I'm not.
Sorry.
I know I'm not with my list. Going by. Look,
I'm
everyone did their
definitely
homework.
not.
I did.
I had James on my list. It was just higher because I couldn't watch it.
Alrighty, and now we're gonna move on to number 4, and Anna's gonna be our judge. Remy, would you like to go first for this round since you were judge last time?
Yes. So the only reason this movie is rated PG is because Spielberg has enough sway to make a so not PG movie to be rated PG. Because this film was originally directed by Tobe Hooper, the director of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And then Spielberg is producing, and he just stuck his dick in it. And then finally, Tobe Hooper was like, "Okay, fine. You know what? Just you can have it. I'm done with this." And that movie is Poltergeist. And my parents showed me that when I was 8 years old because they're like, "Oh, it's PG," and they I guess they didn't see it when it came out in the 80s. And there are a few things. First of all, there's a scene where dude's in the bathroom and all of the skin on his face starts just coming off in the sink, and it's very bloody and very gory. This is a PG movie. And then there's another one where there's this fucking clown doll, this evil ass clown doll who starts choking out a kid. And I had a debilitating fear of clowns when I was a kid. I don't anymore, but when I was a kid, I was so fucking terrified of clowns. And that stayed with me for the rest of my life. And that movie absolutely fucked me up. It's for the kids.
It is PG.
Yeah.
Who the fuck?
The 80s.
I
The
know.
80s were weird.
Spielberg is so evil, dude. He made War of the Worlds PG-13, and it should not have been PG-13.
Jaws isn't Jaws still PG? Isn't Jaws still PG? And
Jaws being PG makes way more sense than the goddamn Poltergeist.
I thought that was
I saw
rated.
Jaws when I was a kid, and it did not bother me at all.
Because
my dad saw it in theaters, and he never went into the ocean again. I saw it when I was in second grade, and I'm like, okay, this is intense at the end, but
all the violence of Jaws was it was Disney appropriate. It was a lot of it was blood or off screen. The Poltergeist was in your face and shit.
When the guy's fucking face starts coming off, have you ever seen that in any other?
That scene right now would get that bitch a PG-13 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so not for children, and yet so many children saw it in theater. So every kid in the 80s and 90s saw it and were like, what the fuck? And every millennial is collectively traumatized.
I didn't see it till way later, unfortunately. I think my parents knew better, but they also didn't want me to watch horror movies because we were a nice little Catholic family. Not that anymore. Not that anymore.
I can tell that my list is not going to be good because I didn't start watching scary shit until this year.
Yeah, right. Okay, I'm gonna go next.
Yeah, you're right.
If it's okay, I would like to go next.
Yes,
please go ahead.
I know it's not gonna win, but this movie scared the crap out of me as a kid, and it's a movie about kids going on a great adventure. People consider it one of the greatest films of all time. It's always on people's top 10.
Oh my god!
But this movie still always scared the ever-loving crap out of me as a kid. Adults chasing him, a deformed guy is there, skeleton pirates. The Goonies was horrifying when I was a kid.
Wow.
Like
Oh,
being
okay.
chased, like literally being chased through caverns and like the piano scene, and like when they almost died, and like the Forellis were horrifying. I didn't want to meet those people. They reminded me like of my aunts and uncles I didn't want to see every Sunday. Like
Yeah.
that movie terrified the crap out of me when I was a kid, and I will
It
stand by it.
it wasn't to me. It wasn't scary. It was just kind of a shitty movie.
Oh Jesus!
Damn.
Damn!
Shots
fucked.
fired.
Get
One of those
fucked.
movies where like I love saying that just to piss off straight white men. It's like when you
Got
say
'em.
you don't like the Beatles, and they're like,
How
I-
dare
uh,
you?
I
Beatles
just
and
like to
Elvis
say
are
that
just
to
not
all those people.
they're not
Was
my
it
thing.
you, Matt, that we had this discussion about the Beatles? Like the
Was it?
African American community, just like we don't
Don't give a
dislike
single-
the Beatles.
Yeah,
I
we don't.
don't-
It's
we
like
don't
we
give a
don't
fuck.
give a fuck. Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, like they're cool, but like what? Anyway, sorry.
We
derailing.
don't understand the addiction. You know. Just, yeah.
I like three. I
Anyway.
like three of their songs, and that's it.
Yeah, I think I like one.
They have a few bangers, but it's not like that was
No.
post Beatles, like when they were starting to do drugs individually. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'll go next because I've been talking. It's not that this entire movie was scary, but there was definitely one part that required strength to get through. Remember, this is scary movies as a child, and the rest of it was eerily creepy for fucking ever. It's really about capitalism, but it's supposed to be about hope and shit like that. They
What?
remade it with the creepiest sons of bitches in Hollywood, and it didn't get better. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is the scariest bitch for a kid, especially that goddamn tunnel scene with Gene Wilder.
That's the
Just going,
best
"You're going
scene
to die.
now.
You're going to die. You're going to die."
It's all for kids.
That it was supposed to be for kids, and if you look at it, it's very for the time it came out. A lot of kids' movies were that level of creepy and drug filled.
Yes.
Because if you watched
Oh,
early
yeah.
Jim Henson shit, a lot of drugs.
Oh yeah.
But fucking like I got through the homeless and poverty of white people was eerie at the time because I didn't know that was a thing. But once they got into the place, it's like, oh shit, you can die from chocolate, and then they start singing and dancing about it. That's creepy. And then you go through a whole thing where it was long. It was a long ass scene of him doing this "you're gonna fucking die" poem, and it felt like I was dying.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, it's like, you eat candy, you're gonna die. I didn't eat. I fucked with M&Ms, and that was it. Like that movie ended my shit. Halloween was a very difficult.
They weren't
time
in the
for me.
movie, so yeah, you were.
Oh
you
yeah,
were
they
good.
were in the movie. Like I didn't have nerds, gobstoppers, and like let me tell you,
Gobstoppers
Orange
is
people-
Wonka.
Fuck that.
Gobstoppers were Wonka.
yeah, I didn't eat it. And let me tell you,
Oh.
orange people that were a little too short.
Another topic.
Because
Nah.
I've never seen a whole crew pop out of nowhere going, "Motherfucker dead, should have known better, motherfucker dead." Just crip walking.
That should have been the
kids.
dance. That movie would have been 1,000 times better.
If that movie was done in the hood, it'd be a bunch of blue people just crip walking over people's graves, saying you should have done talking shit.
Okay, no joke. I have a joke about I would be like I would be the worst. I'm every bad kid from Willy Wonka. Like all of my shortcomings combined are every bad kid from Willy Wonka. Like if I went there and I died, like the Oompa Loompas wouldn't even know what to do with me because there's no song in the world long enough to list all my failures and shortcomings as a human being.
Oh yeah,
Damn.
I have a very self-deprecating sense of humor. I don't actually treat myself as that.
I know.
I'm so glad I don't have that sense of humor, right, guys?
All I
Right, guys.
All I know is that Grandpa should have been shot in the head.
I agree.
If I was,
Yes.
if I was
that guy.
the parents of that house and I saw Grandpa do a goddamn backflip out of that bed once he saw money, I would have beat the brakes off of him.
Yeah.
I would have put him right back in that bed.
100%.
Anyway,
I
too much
agree.
talking.
No,
Willy
no.
Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
No,
Fucking
fuck that.
terrifying.
Man. All right, Matthew.
I'm debating on two of them because, like, once again, these are some weird ass movies. So I'm gonna try and win this one. I'm gonna try.
Okay.
This is one I'm actually is considered a children's movie.
Okay.
It freaked me the fuck out. As an older person now, I can look back and be like, all right, it is what it is at this time. 3D animation wasn't as good as it was back then compared to now, obviously. They even technically made like another movie, but it was from Pixar and not DreamWorks, because this one's a DreamWorks film and everything. And it also does have to do with like capitalism and all that shit and everything about being a worker and all that stuff. It is the 3D animated film Ants.
Oh,
it's the animation's creepy.
It was strong. I will give you that.
Yeah, you know, like at that time,
that was in
it was
3D.
That wasn't 3D. That was 3D animation, and it was in 1999, and it wasn't.
I thought you meant 3D, like I'm an ant coming at you. Like I thought.
They tried with the 3D glasses and everything, and to have the hand come out, and they did try that at one point. Because, like I said, that shit was popular back in the 90s as well, too, the late 90s. And even though the cast is wonderful, because it has like Woody Allen,
Woody Allen's not a good.
Look, hold up, look, nigga, let me finish.
You said Woody.
I'm just reading the list, okay? I don't know if it's a wonderful cast. I don't care enough about these white motherfuckers, okay? The point is, I know J-Lo. J-Lo is part of the movie. J-Lo is J-Lo. So she's from the block, nigga, and you know you gotta respect that. But still, that movie was creepy as fuck. And especially at the end, near the end of, look, if you haven't seen Ants, doesn't matter. But at the end of the movie, spoilers, when they were climbing up top because the water was coming down and all those motherfuckers were drowning and they were trying to climb out, like, nigga, that scared the fuck out of me. And I avoided all water and pools and oceans for a good amount of time because of that. So, ants. Okay?
All right.
Say that fucking grasshopper, that was a creepy son of a bitch.
Yeah.
The main baddie, that was a creepy son of a bitch.
Wait, I think you're thinking about.
You're thinking of Bug's Life.
Yeah, Bug's Life was.
Sorry.
Like I said, they're similar movies. They are similar movies, but like Ants came out first, and then Bug's Life kind of redeemed it.
There was a whole fight between Disney and DreamWorks because of that. Like,
yeah.
And John, oh my God, Lasseter? Yeah, John Lasseter, he never like swears or anything. It's weird. And when that happened, because Katzenberg like basically stole their idea, and even John Lasseter was like, "You motherfucker!" on the phone.
Damn.
I mean, since Disney and them didn't steal, anything like, Kimba the White Lion, but hey, just kidding.
But yeah, that's my choice.
That debate, I could be like, it's technically Macbeth.
Oh, come on. Oh, okay. Kind of. But yeah. Okay. Anna, you have Poltergeist, The Goonies, Willy Wonka, or Ants as the fourth best scary kids movie.
Oh, man.
As much as I don't want it to be Ants, I would not be mad about that.
Well, no, but someone picked what would be my fourth pick, so I kind of feel a little bit biased towards it.
Do what you have to do, girl. Yeah, it was gonna be Lemar. It's gonna be Lemar winning again, I bet, right? Thank you. Motherfuckers.
It's Willy Wonka, okay? As much as it should be a little bit higher before, like, that shit scared me. And I don't think I finished that movie, to be honest.
Anna, I mean, once again, do we need to change the name of the show to Lemar's fucking top ranks?
Lemar only has one. I have one. What are you talking about? Lemar right now. It's Lemar and I tied.
Look at the track record, Tyler, from all the other shows. Thank you.
Remy,
thanks, Anna. Thank you, Anna.
Remy.
Well, you said Woody Allen. No, I'm just kidding.
At the time, he was very respected.
At the time. Just like how Gene Hackman, as well as fucking Sylvester Stallone, was well respected at that time.
I know.
Did we lose Sly? Oh, tell me we didn't lose Sly. Like, he's not dead, but is he?
No, he ain't dead.
No, he's not dead.
No. But he was still high. He's not canceled, but he still was highly respected then compared to now. Back then he wasn't that much of a joke. I was checking.
Wait,
I'm like, hey, come on, don't mess with my action heroes here, okay?
Wait, are you saying Sly or Steven Seagal? Because Steven Seagal is the joke. Right now, Sylvester Stallone is kind of
Stallone.
Sly is also a joke, but not as bad.
His thoughts are pretty good.
Wait, who are we talking about? I think Matt was talking about Steven Seagal.
Yeah. No, I was talking about Sylvester Stallone, nigga.
Sylvester Stallone? Sylvester Stallone was like, I mean, I know there's one thing. It doesn't matter. Okay, that's for a
Well,
different
I mean,
podcast.
his plastic surgery could just, he could tone it
And
down
his
a bit.
voice, because a lot of people just made fun of his voice and shit. That's
Yeah, he
what
got
I'm
the
saying.
Mike Tyson treatment in the 90s
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, now
Like I
he's
said,
that's why he's playing King Shark in.
Which is the best. I didn't know that was him, and I was so
Yeah.
happy.
awesome. I loved it.
He didn't go into a voiceover booth. They just recorded him talking in his sleep. And then he used it.
And
I'm not mad about that.
That was great.
Shark is
Beautiful.
the shark in his sleep.
Man, if you're a losing action star, get the I Am Groot fucking treatment.
they're making another Expendables. That's like the most
I'm okay with
disgusting
that.
thing.
Yes, we're gonna
Might
get
as
another
well.
one. Yes,
Anna,
yes.
yeah, they might
What?
as well just fucking just roll with it. Why
Why
not?
not?
I'm
Okay.
waiting for them to get Jackie Chan's old ass to
Oh,
move.
please, please.
Oh man. Anyway, so Anna,
What's number 4?
it's for number 3. You get to go first. I am the
Oh.
judge on this one, so remember that, everybody.
All right.
Tyler's the
Uh,
judge.
Oh, I have a great one.
All right.
Sure, why not? Fuck it.
So I'm first, right?
Yep.
Go ahead. Unless you
Yeah.
just want to agree with Lemar, you mean make life easier for
Yeah,
you.
okay. Well, you know what? I have some opinions.
You sure about
Um,
that?
Well, okay. You know what? We'll see. We'll see. Number 3. Lamar's choice. No, okay. So number
You
3.
did it to yourself, Matt.
Did I? Not? Did I? Sure.
Dead ass.
Whatever, niggas. I'm too tired to care. Fuck y'all.
Okay. Little Nemo Adventures in Slumberland.
What?
Did I finish this movie?
Yes.
This took me a few times to finish because that Nightmare King scared the crap out of me. So this movie, why did I watch it? I don't know, but I could not sleep for a week after watching this movie, and I'm good. Just it stuck with me, and I tried rewatching it when I was older, and I was like, you know what? I'm good. I don't want to relive these memories. So that is my pick. Scare the crap out of me.
love that film.
don't
That film
remember
was
this.
that film was terrifying. It was
Oh,
it was
God.
still considered anime.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But like it's William Hurts, not Don Bluth, it's William Hurts. But like it's Masami Hata and William Hurts together. It's Mickey Rooney in it, and it is insane.
A lot.
I really
happens in there.
This has
the nightmare was,
Miyazaki
Yes.
look to it. I've never seen it.
they were
but
definitely
it has
trying to rip off Miyazaki for sure.
yeah, that's what it looks exactly like that shit.
But Little Nemo Adventures in Slumberland is a very old story and tales. That was like old books and everything, like early 1900s. It was huge, and they were trying to bring it back, and they've tried a lot, even comic books. But yeah,
Okay, if they brought it back, but I don't know if I'd
That's a
watch it.
good pick. Damn. Alrighty, who wants to go next? Anybody?
Oh, is there an order or everything?
Nah.
You can just jump in whenever you want.
Jump in, go for it.
I have one. It's not a
Oh.
kids movie though, but I saw
Nice.
it as a kid. Is that allowed or?
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
No, that's
Okay.
fine. Look at my choices.
At
So-
this point.
Yeah.
Well, this movie it brings me so much joy now. Like now as an adult, this movie is like it feels like an injection of serotonin. When I was a kid, could not sleep after just seeing the DVD cover at Hollywood Video because I would intentionally go to Hollywood Video and go to the horror section and like freak myself out just by looking at all the
That's a dated sentence.
yeah.
Mhm.
Dated you a lot.
So I was like, it came on TV one day, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna face my fear of clowns because I have a horrible fear of clowns. Killer Clowns from outer space.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I love that's a classic though.
I
That's
love it
such a
now. Now it's
classic.
like it's a direct injection of serotonin now. But as a kid, I like
Yeah.
there's like clown. Oh my God, what were they? They were like mini Audrey 2s from Little Shop,
Yeah.
but they were like showing up in the bathroom and shit. Like I was always watching for those in my house.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
yes.
That's
That
a mood,
movie-
though.
yeah.
Damn. I didn't see that movie till way later in life.
Oh, good for you.
Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Man,
Fucking Clownzilla at the end. I'm like, I can't. I could not.
Nope.
I didn't understand the comedy of it, like, because I didn't have a sense of. I was 9. I didn't have a sense of irony, but I watched it so I could overcome my fear of clowns. And then I'm like, no, this just made it worse. Actually, I had to overcome the fear of clowns organically as I got older. So, yeah. Anyway, that's my pick.
That is a
Good choice. Good choice.
strong pick. Okay.
Uh,
Alrighty.
So
Lemar or Matt.
I'm the next judge. Matt is judge for number 1.
Bitch.
And it's me. I'm difficult, so.
Then fuck it. Shit. I really want to be funny with this, but like, I want to at least win one. Fuck. I want to win one.
Yeah. So,
Just want to win one. You know
I
what?
want to be funny, but I want to like me.
You know what? Let's go humor. All right. Since I was watching Weird Ass Kids as a movie, all right. I'm gonna hope that Tyler has watched this movie. I don't think he's watched it as a kid, but I hope he's watched this movie. I know Lemar has watched this movie because it's kind of just traditional for Black culture to watch this movie.
Oh, this could be anything.
I know.
Oh, it could be anything. But it is a scary movie, technically. But it's technically funny as shit. But it's kind of scary.
Wait. Oh my God, I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is.
We'll see. I don't know, man. Tyler, you don't know what my mind's be thinking. It doesn't matter. The point is, as a young Black guy in the hood, you see some things, you hear some things, you question shit. And then you look outside and you pray to God that you don't see a little fucking leprechaun.
Yes, I knew it.
God, kill the shit out of you.
I knew it.
You know? So yeah, my choice is the Leprechaun number 5, Leprechaun in the Hood.
Yeah.
God
Yes.
damn it.
Yes. Because when I was younger, like I said, I'm pretty sure Tyler watched this because he somehow watched a lot of Black movies as well too. But I watched that as a kid. When I watched it, it was creepy. I questioned everything. I don't know why the fuck I watched the movie. The first 4 leprechauns were weird as hell, but then I was like, oh, that ain't nothing. This never gonna happen here. Then they brought that shit to the hood, and I'm like, oh fuck, this could happen to Black people as well.
He went to space. He went to space before the hood. Like
exactly, which made no sense. But I was like, all right, cool. That's some shit I don't have to deal with.
Because leprechauns will go anywhere.
Apparently, even in the fucking hood, even in the hood, dealing with Ice-T's ass. That movie was fucking weird and scary, and I questioned all Irish people for a little bit. Ain't gonna bullshit you. I was young and stupid, but man, it scared the hell out of me.
What do you say, Remy?
Good reason for that.
Oh my God,
saves everybody's life. Am I right? Kind of saved us all.
Yes.
One point.
Yep.
I saw that movie in 6th grade with my friend. We watched that and Christine, and I forgot the other horror movie. Christine was the car movie.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
That's my choice.
That was a oh God. Okay.
I'm glad you know the movie, Tyler. I'm so glad.
Oh hell yeah, I know Leprechaun in the Hood.
So I already know that my last couple picks is not going to be anything that's already been said. So I'm going to put something that needs to be said out loud, and it needs to be put on record for being one of this is actually my number 1, but I'm changing because I know I'm not going to win. But this was a creepy bitch. This movie was made it's a winter movie, and it was made about this fucking elf.
Yep.
And all he wanted to be is a good fucking elf. But the goddamn animation was so unnerving and creepy. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I wanted to be a dentist.
You want to be a dentist?
Yeah.
In the fucking abominable snowman.
So
The guy who would lick things like.
And the narrator's nose was as big. Oh my God! Oh my God!
You could have won
that.
Stop motion is
I still
kind of creepy. Like I love it, but it's inherently creepy. Same as
a man
so weird.
with a job that I deal with so much shit and responsibility that people look to me for answers. I pay my goddamn bills on time. And I've seen what a vagina looks like in real life. I still cannot watch this movie at all. And every year, I'm like, nut up or shut up, nigga. You've been in Compton. You've seen a shootout. You can watch this fucking movie. I cannot do it. It's
He's lying.
too creepy.
Talking about that Compton thing. I don't think this nigga's been in Compton. I don't believe that.
I-
He's from the
I've-
East Coast. He's from the East
No,
Coast.
when I first landed here, I was in Slauson.
Oh,
East
that's
Coast
not
Slauson.
Compton.
Yeah, Slauson is very different.
That's not Compton?
Wait, Slauson and what?
Normandy.
Oh, you are definitely from the East Coast because that's not Compton, nigga.
That's not Compton.
That is,
I don't give
that
a
is
fuck.
nowhere near Compton.
Okay, that's
That
fine.
is-
I don't give a fuck. I live there. Don't give a fuck.
Where
Don't give a shit.
from?
Have you been to Slauson, Normandy? Does it feel like it was better?
Yes, nigga, I lived over there. Trust me, Compton's worse. Trust me.
Good.
Compton's
You know
worse.
what? Good.
Wait,
Doesn't
wait.
matter.
Rudolph
Still
Red?
can't watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed fucking reindeer.
Yeah. So, Tyler,
Okay.
you have some choices.
Okay. I'm gonna go through one at a time.
No,
Little
you're
Nemo. Little Nemo was scary, but it's not gonna be my pick. I really do love that movie. I have it on. I think I have it on Blu-ray. I liked it, but the nightmare was the only part that was scary, and it was only at the end. Like the rest of it was just like, oh, it was like candy was everywhere, and everything was all shiny and blah blah blah.
Filter. Gotcha.
Rudolph scared the crap out of me, but like only my first viewing, and then it was just there. But I'm so glad you said it. But it was only that first time you watch it, and then after that you were just already, because I think you watched the other ones, and some of the other ones I think are actually scarier than it.
I get through it.
But yeah, and so Killer Clowns, or Leprechauns in the Hood.
I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't.
That's a hard pick. That's why I had
That's
to
a
say
real
mine now.
hard pick,
Because
honestly.
I knew it wasn't going to win.
I will say I will say that I think what we are also forgetting is that not only is this like for scariness, but also good films. And Leprechaun in the Hood is a fun film, but it's not a good movie. Killer Clowns from Outer Space had a way better budget, was not a sequel, and did not like it's just fun.
It's so well, I love the fact that like I enjoy it so much now, and it was
Yeah.
like the single most terrifying thing I saw as a kid, and now I love it. So that's why.
I have to give it to Killer Clowns from Outer Space because it's a good movie and it was scary for kids. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
man.
Like, yeah.
I'm mad at
Those,
that.
you know what, Tyler? For once in a long time, your picks were as a toss-up were very hard.
It's
You
true.
pick- This is a toss-up. Technically, Leprechaun was the Sharknado of the '90s, so I understand it.
Yep.
It really
Yeah,
was.
that's
It was
true.
It was a movie that was not supposed to be as good as it was,
But
or make as
what?
much money as it was.
Yeah.
And
They
then now
probably
we have
was
Sharknado
stacked.
4 or some shit like that.
Think
And
so.
We're on
Now.
like
6 or 7.
Spider-Nado or some shit like that.
Fuck off.
Sharklands. We're on Sharklands now. I can't wait to that. Oh, it's gonna be great.
Sharkalanch.
Sharklands,
Oh,
hell
yeah.
yeah.
Hey,
Sharks and
Sharklands?
avalanches, hell
Oh
yeah.
my god. That's
Mhm.
amazing. Okay.
We don't
Okay.
I don't even know.
I'm really upset because I really legitimately think that my top 2 are like amazing picks, and I didn't know which placement to put them, and so
by the way, I'm
This-
the next judge, so
yes,
good luck.
you are the judge next now, and
I think I
so
got this. I think I can win this one, maybe.
Lemar,
Maybe.
I don't know if you've seen this film, and I would be shocked if you actually. I would be shocked if you've seen it. I'm pretty sure you have heard of it. This is a sequel movie that was made so many years later. Like I know there's been a lot of movies where sequels were made like 20 30 years afterwards, like Dumb and Dumber or Zoolander, or not Zoolander, but like Dumb and Dumber and like a bunch of other ones that were like Blade Runner. This gap was way more insane. I don't know if you've ever seen or heard of Return to Oz, but that movie
Yeah.
with the rollies, the witch that would literally take off her face, and like the movie was horrifying. That was one of the most. The moose head that they put onto a bed to move. TikTok was terrifying. The skeleton scarecrow guy, or the pumpkin guy, King Pumpkin Jack, whatever his name was horrifying. That movie was a whole bunch of nope, and the fact that they made it for kids, I don't know what the hell they were
No.
on.
No,
I don't
I
know.
didn't see this movie.
I
I
don't
can
know.
tell you didn't see this movie because it was that weird Jim Henson on acid
Yeah.
fucking shit.
That's what it is. It stars And it stars that, and it stars the actress that was like the main actor, the second main actress from American History X, who is like always like, you just look at her and you're just like, I don't want to fuck with her like at all in any shape or form. She just has that face. And in this movie, she's the exact same thing as Dorothy, and she just looks so terrifying along with everything else that's happening in this movie. Return to Oz is a good movie. It's a great movie, well-made movie, an unbelievably well-made film technically, but horrifying for kids. Should not have been targeted towards kids.
All right.
Has anybody else seen this movie?
No.
I have.
Okay.
Man.
Wait,
I
Remy.
have, but I looked it up and I saw.
Remy, you've never seen it? This is right up your alley. This is like James and the Giant Peach times 1,000.
Oh.
Yep. You would love it,
It'd be
actually.
like 9/11 times 1,000. Oh, that's a great movie.
Yeah.
Can I go next? Just because I have to pee super bad.
Please.
Of course.
One of the older Disney movies, people kind of forget about it because it wasn't a very good movie. But there's so much about it that's so upsetting and unsettling. Pinocchio.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Like,
okay,
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a pussy or something.
No.
Luring a bunch of young boys to an island. A grown man luring a bunch of young boys to an island so they can just fuck it up, and then somehow the beer turns them into pack mules who are then sold off into slavery, and that's it. That's the end of their life.
That was my number three. Originally my number three.
But not only that, like the fact that he basically, like at one point, with the fox or some shit, like, and he basically had to be like a puppet stripper in that show. Remember?
Wow. Wow.
That's what it was.
You're not wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong.
He worked for it. Shit.
Like he had to get up there and like shake that wooden thing, and then eventually the cricket was like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Oh,
shake
that
that wooden thing.
He would do something.
The original OnlyFans.
He would learn. Well, here's like he was learning. Like you have to learn that kind of shit the hard way if you're a human, right? So he's just like learning about the shit as if he's a young boy and he's learning about the world. And then he has this narc cricket following him around. Because like every time something happens, he's like, "Hey, really quick, what the fuck are you doing?"
Narc cricket. That should have been his name.
No,
I'm no longer calling him Jimmy. His name is now Narc Cricket.
He's a narc.
Yeah, 1,000%
You're not
he is.
wrong.
You're not wrong, no. God, no.
I just said
fun.
I just have a new name for him.
Oh my god.
He's a fucking narc. Anyway.
Anna, you want to go or nah? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'll go.
Go for it.
Damn, Pinocchio. That one's okay. So my pick, overall, this movie is happy-go-lucky, but there are scenes in there that I just could never get over, and I'm not sure how this really, like, it's happy and it's a kid movie, but god damn it, when it got dark, it went dark. But so, Matilda.
Oh, I love Matilda.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Fuck out of
me,
Matilda.
I love it. You know, the fact that she reads, that was me. But honestly, the cake scene and the punishments, Miss Trunchbull, I'm just like, no, I'm good. Like, that stuck with me a long time and scared the crap out of me. And so I think that's also another movie that I only watched like maybe twice, and then that was it. I'm never gonna have to. I'm good never having to see that movie again. But it's at the end, it's really happy. You get a happy ending, but God, you had to really work for it. You had to really go through it. So I'm good.
Great film. I love Matilda.
I still love Danny DeVito in that, man.
He needs to direct more movies because that's so good.
Yeah.
Okay, he directed one of my favorite films that nobody has seen called Death to Smoochie with Edward Norton and Robin Williams.
Oh, I love Death to Smoochie.
I love that movie.
Oh, good.
That movie's awesome. Hell
You
yeah.
literally are the only people I know who have seen that movie because I've talked about that movie so much.
It is one of Robin Williams' from all the weird movies Robin did for like creative reasons. It was probably one of his
best roles.
Second best ones, I will say.
Norton's so good too.
He is so good. Catherine
Death
Keener
to
is so
Snoochie.
awesome.
Jesus
I
Christ.
I watched that movie so many times that my DVD is so like it's unplayable because I watched it so much. I love that film.
Yeah.
Anyway, I apologize.
It's funny that you brought up Robin Williams because on my list at one point was Bicentennial Man because just once again love
The
that movie,
ending.
love that movie, but like the
There was some
Concept?
awkward
it was
moments in
creepy
that
as
shit.
fuck, you know.
Yeah.
That's like later no, but this one I'm gonna see. I hope I can win this one. I hope. All right, hear me out. This is not a kids movie, obviously, and a lot of people didn't actually know it was just a scary movie in general until you went in the bitch to watch it, and then you realize, oh my god, this is fucking scary. Holy shit, I question all life in existence now. Right? Wait, what number are we on? We're on number 2, right?
2.
Okay, dope, cool. Till this day, I side-eye roller coasters. I will not drive behind a truck that has wood or
Okay.
logs.
I'm with you there.
Okay. Okay.
I will not drive between 2 trucks. I will not. I look around my surroundings constantly.
I know where this is going.
Because got that right. Because and like I said, not a kids movie, but a lot of people that were kids saw this movie because they didn't actually know it was until you actually watched it. And to this day,
the movie's called Final Destination. What the hell are you talking about? It's called Final Destination.
That's not a fucking thing.
Final Destination, a comedy. Whoa! Like
once again, and at that time, they didn't put out a lot of trailers or anything, so they kept that shit vague as fuck. Very fucking vague.
I remember the roller coaster scene and like
yes, exactly. In
the trailer, I mean, like
I'm sure, but they didn't show nothing. They didn't show nothing at all. You didn't know nothing about that fucking movie.
That's like saying the Exorcist trailer didn't show like the devil in it. Like
Tyler, I don't care. I hold on to my statement. That movie, no, fuck no. No,
Paranormal Activity didn't show the ghosts, so I mean, how did we know it was going to be a horror movie?
Tyler, I want you to listen to me right
you know
now.
what?
Tyler, I want you to hear me out. Hear me out. Shut the fuck up. Thank you. You already have your case and already. You already won one.
Roasted.
Shut the fuck up. Thank you.
All right.
I don't even care if Lemar chooses this one. Shut the fuck up. Thank you.
So, okay. So, to recap, I have Return from Oz, Pinocchio, Matilda, and Final Destination. Unfortunately, I have to. If I saw the movie, it would probably be better because looking at just the poster, it's that creepy shit that they were doing. But I haven't seen Return from Oz. It's not fair. So, unfortunately, I can't vote for that. Matilda, I understand and respect that it's on this list. If you set it at 5 or 4, you may have had a better chance, but not at number 2. But yes, much respect for at least putting it on the list. That brings us down to Pinocchio and Final Destination.
Ooh. Well, we know what's up with this. Oof. Chaos.
Oh boy.
This is also a hard decision. I understand.
This is a hard decision.
It's not as hard as Tyler's, but not as hard.
Final Destination, I'm with Matt. That fucking movie made me, that and the Truman Show made me constantly look around for shit that was not there. Yeah. Truman, there was actually, I think that was actually became a true diagnosis. The Truman Show caused people to think that shit was happening.
It did. It really did.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But Pinocchio, in a whole bunch of movies Disney made at that time, but I'm a punk. I can't watch Dumbo. Like Dumbo creeps me out too. But Pinocchio had a whole bunch of scenes that was like, as a child, you go, as a parent, you go, this is appropriate for my child to watch. It's a little rough, but as a kid, you watched it and goes, something is wrong here that I do not understand.
Mm-hmm.
And that really upsets you. And I hate the fact that it's these two. But with the spirit of the topic, I'm going to go with Pinocchio.
Yeah. Wow, I just had a really fucked up childhood then.
No, like I said, Pinocchio was my number 3 because that. Holy
with respect
shit.
to the topic, because that's the only thing that made me go to Pinocchio. Because this was literally a coin flip. With respect.
Can I say this? I was so afraid of cigars and smoking because of Pinocchio more so than anything Dare ever did. Like
Hey,
Fucking
no.
dare, Jesus Christ.
Dare
But
is-
yeah, no, I
Wow,
still
dare.
can't. I can't drive those log trucks. I saw a TikTok today where a fucking tree went through the front windshield. They didn't die,
Hell
but it was like
no.
that's the
No.
That's a
But-
big no.
Screw that.
But-
No.
Any truck with some poles on it or some shit, or in the
Yep.
back of a pickup truck and everything, if it's kind of full of nope. Mm-mm.
Yep.
I've had
Yeah.
4 nightmares about plane crashes lately.
Yep.
You know
Dude,
what?
but-
I've had a couple
Dude,
That's
too.
a Final Destination.
Planes are
Lemar, you
terrifying.
can change your mind. You sure? Final
With
Destination.
respect to
is
the
a-
topic, I know, but respect to the
just
topic,
saying.
it is Pinocchio because I actually saw Pinocchio as a child.
Yeah.
Final Destination, I saw much later in life.
Yeah.
Man, I watched a lot of fucked up things as a child.
You really did. I'm talking to your parents. I'm talking to your pappy.
Parents
Say,
On plane.
Some answering to do.
That's daddy.
Nah,
Where the fuck were you? Getting milk, nigga.
nope.
Oh my god. All right. Now we're going to
We're the
number
only 2
one.
Negroes in life that can say, no, our daddies were there all the whole time.
Yep.
We're going to number one. So the number one,
Fuck.
of the scariest
Uh,
kids movies. Lemar gets to go first. Matthew is our judge.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and be a hypocrite because this is a movie I saw as a kid. It came out when I was like 8 or some shit. It was horrifying because it was that uncanny valley of being just realistic enough at the time that it looked like they really belonged there. It has some great Pierce Brosnan, early Jack Black when he was only 200 pounds versus 300. You had it wasn't Julia Roberts, but a woman to look. I think it actually was Julia Roberts. You had Jack Nicholson in the bitch, and I think it was Saved by Elvis. Everyone was Saved by Elvis, I think, is who was singing. I want to give up to Mars Attacks. Mars
Oh,
Attacks.
I love that
Wow.
movie.
Wow.
I love that
Classic.
movie.
Nice.
It's so good.
Very
Oh
classic.
my god.
It was a fantastic movie. Yeah, Jack Black's in it. Very young, upcoming actor. I want to say that's one of his first breakouts, but
Never ending story. It was his first
those-
film.
Was it? Oh yeah, he was a kid.
What?
But
Yeah, it was.
yeah, no.
Evil
Those-
laugh right there.
Those aliens were. I know they're supposed to be ridiculous, and if I was a teenager or a little bit older, but I was 8 when the bitch came out. Those aliens were. No. No.
I have a worse alien thing.
Oh man.
This is gonna be
Yeah.
a great one. Hell yeah.
That was
Okay.
my number one. My first number one was going to be Rudolph, but I changed it because it was Tyler. But
Mm.
no, Mars Attacks.
No, that's a great pick. Mars Attacks is an amazing pick. You're like, that was definitely one of those movies that because all the parents were like, it's a Tim Burton movie. It's gonna be totally fine. And
Oh,
then
it's Tim
like,
Burton, that makes more sense.
and
Yeah.
like so like we all saw that or a lot of kids saw that because they were like, it's Tim Burton. It'll be fine. It'll be whatever. He just made Nightmare or he just did all these things. Yeah, no, that movie was terrifying. Huh?
I didn't find that movie scary.
I think
You-
like the aliens were, like, especially when they just started killing everybody, and then like Pierce Brosnan's head, and then the dog, like
Oh,
with
yeah,
whatever
they
her
were
name.
disembodied heads. Like you also have to understand something about me. I didn't start watching scary movies till this year.
Literally.
I avoided
Literally.
all of them as much. The only scary movies I saw were called Scary Movie.
I love
One.
that.
Number 2 still the best one. Just saying.
Yes, by miles. And then they went.
Mhm.
Well, there's a whole
Yeah.
backstory to that shit. But
Number 3 has my favorite joke, and it's like one of those ones that you just miss. It's the one where basically they are about to go fight the aliens, and then Anthony Anderson pulls out a shovel and clicks it, and then a shotgun shell pops out. It's the greatest joke out of any of the movies, and it's 1 second. You'll miss it if you don't see. Like, it's the dumbest shit. It's my
Oh,
favorite
no.
joke in any of the scary movies.
the second when they fisted the turkey with the little hand, I wasn't ready.
Like even four had its moments because like
Oh, they all have their moment. Like
Yeah.
all those blank movies. Even what was it? 300 Sparta movie.
yeah.
God,
The
you
dating
saw that?
movie. Yeah.
I saw it.
Meet the Spartans.
I saw it for free.
Hmm.
It had moments like they all do. It
I
wasn't
would've
good by
still asked for my
miles.
money back.
No.
But
Mouse. If a mouse leaves a house, does it become a rat? And if a rat enters a house, does it become a mouse? It's my favorite scene. I love that part. Anyway, continue.
my
anyway,
God.
Mars Attacks. Anyway,
Okay.
and I'm a giant pocket. Anyway,
Pussy.
who's next?
Number one. I don't know. Like, so I can't choose Pinocchio, right?
No, you can't.
Correct.
Well,
'Cause Pinocchio
it has
won
to
number
be
2.
Child's Play.
Okay,
Right.
that's totally fine.
I'm gonna have to think of
Goddamn,
something else
Chucky.
though.
I
I
can't.
can pick another one.
You know they're
Sorry.
coming out with a new
Whatever
Chucky,
you guys
right?
want. Yeah, the
Yeah.
TV show.
Yeah, they're making a TV show, and I'm like, why? Why do we
Yeah.
have to suffer through this all over
Can't watch
again?
it.
Because they need money. That's why.
Yeah,
No.
right.
No ideas. Yeah.
But no.
If Jennifer Tilly's not in, I don't want it.
She
Yeah.
is. I think she is. If I remember
Perfect.
correctly.
She's in
Yeah.
all the new ones.
Yeah. I want a Small
But-
Soldiers remake. I'm not gonna lie.
Mhm.
I just want to see Jennifer Tilly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
same.
Okay, Remy.
Remake.
Remy, what's
Remy?
yours? If
No,
it's okay, I would love to go last.
I need to think of another one because
No, you can say
Yeah,
Child's
No,
Play.
you can double
double.
down on one.
You can double down on it, but unlike Anna, you can give me more
Oh.
details on why it's like a great movie that's
Yeah.
scary as hell. You know, you can do that for me.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
yeah, I'll leave that to you. There you go.
Mm-hmm. I bet.
I also I hated clowns when I was a kid. I also hated dolls. Every time somebody would get me a Barbie for my birthday or whatever, I would either throw it in the trash or I would just take off its clothes and then put it on like a dinosaur figurine or something. So
Damn, Sid.
I would put like dinosaur figurines in drag like all the time, and now I put myself another dinosaur into drag. But
As is
like,
tradition.
it's the scene where the mom is holding Chucky and it's talking on its own, and then she checks behind it and it doesn't have any batteries in it. It's such like an iconic moment.
Yeah.
And just dolls are fucking creepy.
They're really creepy.
It's
And also
not
the
that
thing
you're
is like
wrong.
life size. The thing is like as big as the kid. It's like 3 feet tall. And there's like this famous evil doll that apparently it's based off of called Robert the Doll. And this thing is fucking evil, man.
Yo, yeah.
Like it was like somebody voodooed the hell out of it or something, and it was like killing people. And it's also like 3 feet tall.
Oh God.
Yeah, just look up Robert the Doll.
God.
Nope.
It's
I'm trying
terrifying.
to sleep tonight.
Oh,
No.
God. I'm
It's
so
so creepy. Like they based the Annabelle doll story. Like every creepy doll story has been based off of how fucked up Robert
Yeah.
the Doll is. But this thing
It's
was
the
also
it's the
like
Sailor doll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about.
No, thank you. No.
I
No.
tortured myself intentionally with learning about this
I'm
condition.
scared now. No.
Oh man. Okay.
That's
Child's
pretty.
Play, Mars Attacks, both good. I don't think Matt's gonna pick mine, but I do sincerely think that this is one of the greatest films of all time, one of the greatest partnerships of all time, and one of the scariest movies for kids. Who
Okay.
Framed Roger Rabbit scared the
Oh,
absolute
God damn
ever
it.
living
Love
shit
that
out
movie.
of
Oh,
me.
That movie is
damn it.
perfect. That movie is perfect.
The Drip.
I
I mean, yeah, it is.
Tyler.
I will say,
I
Who
love
Framed Roger Rabbit is the scariest kids
This
movie of
one.
all time, and it's one of the greatest films of all time.
It
One
is
of the
the best.
greatest mergers of things, but also, holy shit, The Drip. Like, and The Drip wouldn't even affect us, and it still scared the crap out of me. Like,
Fucking Tyler's
Oh.
out here playing chess. The rest of us
Yes,
find-
he is. Oh, he's way far. He's far ahead of
Man,
us.
that movie was
Yeah.
the bad guy in that movie was so fucking creepy.
how do you go from Doc Brown to that? That's amazing acting right
Yeah.
there.
Who framed Roger Rabbit?
That's-
Go fuck yourself,
So,
Tyler.
Man.
God damn.
I love that
Wow.
movie so much.
I didn't
And he-
expect that one, honestly. He's not
This
wrong.
is actually a very.
Oh,
This is
this
what,
is
okay.
a good
Oh,
one.
This is our
no.
first good number one in a long time.
So
Yeah.
I will say this: the scene where it's like where they think that they're seeing oh my god, why am I forgetting her name? Oh my god, the wife.
Jessica Rabbit?
Jessica Rabbit. When they think they see Jessica Rabbit and it's not her and it's that crazy that was like, oh god, that was so scary. She scared me like so
Oh.
badly.
The first time we see Homeboy's eyes.
Mm.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
Like,
Good luck,
Yeah.
man. This is a very hard number one. In my
Oh,
opinion,
this is not hard for me. This is not hard for me at all. This is
Oh,
not.
fuck.
This is
Wait,
actually very easy.
Easy peasy.
Wait, Remy, what?
Can I add a new movie?
Sure, go
sure.
for it. I want to hear it. Go for it. Go for it.
The original Amityville Horror from
Ooh.
70s. But like specifically one scene that like kept me on my toes and still does to this day is why I always close my windows and close my shutters like every time I go to bed.
Oh Jesus.
Just that part where they're looking out the window and there are those like glowing orange eyes for a few seconds and then they look away. For some reason, I don't know why.
No, I don't blame you. No, that's
I-
creepy.
I could not sleep.
I think there's like what? There's like
Just based on
5.
that one scene.
Yeah.
There's
like
5, but the
there's like
original
5.
one.
I've never seen any Amityville movies ever. I don't
Seriously?
know why. Isn't there a Ryan Reynolds one?
Pretty good.
There's
The
a Ryan-
one, the original
there?
from the 70s is pretty good.
The
Yeah.
original one's really good.
Don't watch
there
the one with Ryan Reynolds.
Okay, there is a Ryan Reynolds one. Okay,
That's
I was
Yeah.
like, I was like, I
so
swear to
bad.
God, it was a Ryan Reynolds one.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's terrible. But I love his acting career was just kidding.
Yeah. He was like doing like Just Friends, and then like that. He was just kind of taking everything he could.
So now with the extra one, with Amityville, that
Sorry.
man, that was a good one. No, it's fine. That was a good one. No, I still know my decision already, but that one I like that decision as well too. Child's Play, that's a classic.
Yeah.
Man, that's a classic. That I ain't gonna lie, that fucked with me a lot as a kid.
Yeah.
Mars Attacks fucked with me a lot as a kid. Who Framed Roger Rabbit though? Still haunts my dreams to this day sometimes.
Yeah.
And I love Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah.
Okay, we all do, but she
We all do.
Wow, she made me gay.
Like legit. Hey, look.
Respond to that, Matt.
No,
Say something.
I am not.
Actually,
I am
I'm
not-
sorry, scratch that. Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman is what made me gay.
Oh
Now
yeah.
shit, that
Yeah.
made me a lesbian. Fuck, hell yeah, I don't blame you.
Everyone is gay. Everyone is gay for Michelle Pfeiffer.
100%.
She still looks gorgeous today. Oh.
Yeah.
But I am-
man.
I hope
But I
I'm
am-
when I'm
I have to look
30,
that
let
up.
alone 60. Like,
It's crazy.
Yeah, oh god, yes. But anyway, going back to the topic, Tyler, today's your lucky day. Cause Who Framed Roger Rabbit is my number one, cause
Yeah.
That's
See,
a-
you thought you were
that's
gonna
a-
win.
good
Wow.
one. Like that,
I'm
I
not-
didn't
I'm not
expect you
even
to
mad
say
at
that.
that.
And to be honest, it was on my list.
We have our top 5 best scary kids movies. We have at number 5, James and the Giant Peach. Number 4, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Number 3, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Number 2, Pinocchio. And number 1, Who Framed Roger Rabbit. 3 of them are Disney films. That's crazy.
A
Well,
lot.
I guess Who Framed Roger Rabbit is Buena Vista, but hey, whatever. But yeah, and now we're going to move on to our honorable mentions. There's something that we didn't get to say in this list. And we all get one honorable mention real quick. I'm going to go first because I'm talking. There was a movie that I don't know if a lot of people saw. It was a Don Bluth movie. It was a very weird movie, hybrid movie as well, about a rooster that would do rockabilly and called Rockadoodle. That owl will scare the crap out of me. Rockadoodle was so scary.
Creepy bitch.
That was so fucking scary. Fuck that movie. But
God.
also, that movie actually, like, I rewatched it recently. It doesn't hold up as much, but it's not terrible. So.
it doesn't hold up at all. It's a terrible movie.
God damn it,
The
Tyler. Why
animation's
are you
really
on
good.
fire on this list? I don't
I don't
like
know
it.
why. Because I love film and I love this stuff.
Fuck off.
It's one specific scene. Like it wasn't the entire movie. It was one specific scene from The Shining.
Oh, okay.
It's like now I have a big Shining poster in my room, and it's like a collage of all the different famous scenes from it. And this specific scene is like now on a poster in my room. The part where she's running down the hall, and a guy is getting a BJ from a furry.
When is this?
At the end of the movie.
Bear in the bear costume.
Oh, it's a
You
bear? I thought
know.
it was a rabbit. That's
I
weird.
do
No,
not
it's
remember
very-
this.
Yeah, Shelley Duvall's like running down the hall, and she sees like it's so fucking creepy the way because
Yeah.
Stanley Kubrick is so incredible. And so she's running down the hallway, and then you see like just the door opening, and then you see this guy. You just see like the ass part of a guy in a bear costume, and then he gets up, and the guy getting blown gets up, and they both like turn and look at her, and the
There.
bear costume is so creepy looking. And then there's that Stanley Kubrick like rapid zoom in, and the music that clackety 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 music, and it's like that fucked me up so hard. And every time I would
Jesus.
like walk down any hallway in my house, I was always like worried that I was gonna see that.
Yeah, that
Fucking
mask is
totally.
horrifying.
It is so creepy. I mean, if you can do like find it and do a screen share, like it is.
I'll do it after this.
I'll look this
That
up.
was the only part that like.
I don't know if I want to see this.
Nope.
Oh God.
Have you guys never seen The Shining?
I have.
I have.
I have.
Okay. I mean,
I don't remember that scene, but I have.
I do not remember this. I remember the old naked lady, but I do not remember that scene.
See, the old naked lady made me laugh. Like when I saw it when I was like 11, like that part made me laugh. It was it was also like the chanting. There's like this
Oh yeah.
like satanic chanting going on during that whole like towards the end with Shelley Duvall like running through the house seeing all sorts of weird shit. And there's this like creepy satanic chanting going on too. And so that mixed with the fucking anyway, that's my
Absolutely.
that's
Matt, you were really excited there. What were you gonna say?
Well, yeah, I was, but I just want to clarify, as I tell people all the time, there is no bad Studio Ghibli film. There isn't. But Princess Mononoke fucked with me when I was younger. I'm not gonna lie. When you first watch that movie as a child, and you're just like the fucking monsters and the little demons and the scene in the middle with the deity and getting shot in the head and the war, like yo, that movie scared the fuck out of me. Like now I'm older, I appreciate it and I love it and it's awesome.
Well, there's also
like at that time,
too.
Yeah, like oh god,
message too. It's like it's a lot. It's like what outdoor movie is this?
Like no. Fuck that.
All right, Anna, Lemar.
Go ahead, Anna.
I don't have one. Sorry. Unfortunately.
Okay.
Everything got named that I still have one.
Well, I gotta find my list again.
I just wanna give a quick lob up to Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer one more time.
Okay.
Fuck that movie. But another movie, and like Remy said, it wasn't the whole movie. The whole movie is great, lovely, but it's that one fucking scene.
That's enough. That's enough.
In Toy Story 1, when you're in Sid's room and all of the put together and misfit toys crawl out from under the bed, especially the baby spider head.
Fuck that.
Fuck that.
My favorite was the hooker. I love that one.
Yeah, the hooker. As an adult, that's a hilarious joke.
Yeah.
As a child, it was horrifying to look at. I didn't know what was happening.
I had the figure of the baby with the thing. They sold it in Toys R Us, and they sold it, and I had one. I had played with that thing.
Why?
I liked it.
The part that creeped me out was in that movie was like when the toy soldier, the deformed soldiers started emerging from the mud with the nail.
I think that would be my honorable mention.
Romero shit, right?
Toy Story 1.
Yeah, that's what turned me off the whole Toy Story movie.
Oh, you didn't even get to Toy Story 3 where they slowly went to their death.
I did not. After that, I'm like, I'm never gonna watch these movies. I'm good.
You never watched any of the other ones?
No, I disliked them very badly.
They did go like this, but they started very high.
What? 2 and 4's my favorite, then 2, then 1, then 3 for me.
Not gonna lie, I hate
Anna,
Toy Story movies. I'm sorry, I hate them.
Toy Story 3 would be my favorite if they had the balls to just let them die.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If they had the balls to just let them drop, because doesn't it feel like the rest of the movies are cop out?
I don't think they could have done that though.
They should have. I know. There is
was
somebody in that
nothing
writer's
bad.
room that wrote that scene to end there. It feels like they should have. They wanted to end
Yeah.
it there and fade to
us.
black and do some Sopranos bullshit.
Yeah.
But then Disney was like, "We're Disney. The fuck are you doing?"
Yeah. We need to make shorts and then the fourth one. And on that note, we're going to be going down to our bottom three. Google has chosen that Matt will go. That Matt is the judge for number 3, Lemar is for number 2, and Anna's for number 1. I'm doing it as I just hate these movies, and they didn't scare me as kids, but they scared other kids.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? I'll go first on this one, so I can make.
I don't think
so
I'm gonna do good.
I can do. I'm gonna go first, so I can make everybody angry with my choice.
Sure, please.
I talked about this on our old show, Pop Moses Film. I hate Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I don't like that movie. I've never liked that movie. I think that Gene Wilder is amazing. I think the acting is fantastic, but I have never enjoyed that film, and I never will.
More as I got older. Like when I was a kid, I was like, "Why does everybody like this?" And then as I got older, I appreciated it more. But like, I totally get why you don't like it. Also, it never decides if it wants to be a musical or not, and that as a theater kid, that bugs the shit out of me. It's like, just shit or get off the pot. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Run Home Charlie or whatever the hell that piece of shit song was. Like that 5-second written song was like, no. Willy Wonka didn't scare me as a kid, and I just didn't like it then, and I really don't like it now. And I've watched it, I think, 5 times the last 10 years because people keep wanting to change my mind, and it just won't. So that's mine. So
I'll go next.
That's a good question.
It's a hard one.
I can think of things I loved as a kid that I hate now.
I'll go next. And yes, technically I did not watch this movie as a child, but it came out when I was a child. And I just want everyone to know how much my neighbor Totoro bothered me.
Again? Are you still on this shit, dude?
Why?
Are you still on this shit?
Seriously.
You just hate it.
I do.
Get on the
culture. Because I love the concept of Totoro. Because when I met him before I met him, and then I saw that movie, and I said, this is the useless bitch I've ever seen. So you can all do your own fucking shit. You can do your 1989s. You can do your Who Framed Roger Rabbit. My number 3 in this bitch is forever gonna be my nigga Totoro. You know why? Because he was supposed to be some shit, but it was a fucking Snorlax.
That's why we love him.
Oh my god.
That's why we love him.
I can't. You are a goddamn uncultured swine that knows nothing about Japanese culture and history, nigga.
I don't because nigga, I'm not Japanese.
I have to be Japanese. No shit. It's common fucking sense.
No,
it's common fucking sense.
I don't give a fuck.
Spirit force.
I don't give a fuck. That spirit did shit. That spirit can lick my nuts. It would have been more useful if he actually opened up his mouth.
I understand the cat bus. I get the cat bus. I get the cat bus. Being inside of a cat.
The cat bus
really
at least
scary.
did shit.
Okay, Toto was scary. How's that a scary film?
Well, I'll give it to him.
All right.
Will you though?
I
don't agree with it whatsoever.
As a judge, I can tell you, I am not choosing that.
I am not choosing that, and that's why I'm agreeing with it because you're not.
You know why? You know why I don't give a fuck? Because it's recorded, and when people finally do a goddamn Wikipedia on me, the trivia is gonna say, "What Mia Hayazaki movie does Lemar keep talking about in negative connotations?" My nigga Totoro / my neighbor Totoro.
Watch yourself. You talk bad about Totoro, will get you canceled, nigga. You trying to get a career? I wouldn't do that.
Come on, fucking hashtag me. I will continue to do this. You can make posters. Lemar did not understand Totoro.
Oh my god!
It just became a trivia question.
I mean, I love this movie. I love this movie as a kid, and I love it now, and I completely forgot about it. But Spirited Away scared the living shit out of me. But
that makes sense.
Yeah,
that's scary as fuck.
When they turn their pigs.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. I was like, no, and I think I was like 7 when I saw it when it first came out, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what?
Yeah, but I understood Spirited Away.
That's scary. Not a big ass cat screaming in the forest is scary. No, Turning into pigs is scary,
Yeah,
nigga.
watching, like leaving from
Yeah,
it,
but this
being
is
in a
worse,
strange
nigga.
town,
The best.
and then your parents aren't listening to you. Like I've had nightmares, like not specifically like my parents turning into pigs, but like specifically nightmares about like trying to get their attention. They won't listen, and then
Mhm.
something bad happens. And it's like, what the fuck? Like I've had like secondhand nightmares about that.
Yeah.
But I loved it, so that doesn't.
I want
That's a
you. I
good
want
pick.
you to remember this
That's a
is
way
the
better
worst
pick.
list. It's a worst list. The
Okay.
worst list.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm just saying I've completely
Yeah,
forgot about
Spirited Away. Yeah, yeah. That's
Oh,
those
no.
are
Oh,
the
so that's not
frightening
wait.
moments.
So that's not your pick.
that. No.
Oh.
I'm just
Okay.
saying I completely forgot about it. Like maybe for an honorable.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
So
That's
I'm
fine.
still trying to think of something that I hated. but I
Okay.
didn't hate.
All right. What about you, Anna?
It's something that I hated, but everyone else.
Honestly, I feel
I'm
like this is such a
confused.
broad thing. This is a broad thing. Honestly, just do whatever you think. Whatever you want to
Yeah.
rant about at this point. Just whatever you want to rant about. That's what mine are. Mine are just things
That's what I
I've
did.
been wanting to rant about. That's it.
Well, I mean, it was an honorable mention, but I want to rant about it because it's like the worst movie in my eyes.
Okay.
Toy
All
Story.
right. All right. I'm
gonna go-
surprised you didn't want to save that for number one, but okay.
Go ahead. You want to rant about it? Please
I
go
could
on about the
have
rant.
saved it for like number one, but number three, I didn't get the point of it. I don't see the sentimental value of it, and all it did was just introduce this
You're gonna
creepy
get
ass
canceled.
shit. Yeah, I
That's
know. Well,
gonna
I
get you
should have.
canceled.
I've already been canceled after the Lord of the Rings episode, so I'm not really
All three
surprised.
of us did.
All
Yeah,
three of us got
no,
canceled for
I'm
that shit. You
apparently
should have been
not.
there, Remy. It was rough. Man.
I'm not feminist enough, so there you go. So I'm already canceled.
Oh my God, what's happening?
It's okay. I'm
It's the
okay.
podcast
Oh,
until
one
the
of the
rant.
two elf bitch. She picked the wrong elf bitch. I forgot.
I
about that.
did. Or human lady, whatever. Anyways,
Hi, lady. Yeah, she don't care.
I don't care about her.
Iron.
I'm sorry, I just don't. But so I don't care about Elwyn. I don't care about Toy Story. Sorry. I know it's a big deal. Everyone loves that movie. Everybody cried. Toy Story 3, I
Tyler?
don't know, but I just
Hey
whatever.
Tyler, can I have her spot?
You may.
Damn.
Yo, that's bold. That's a bold
You
statement.
may.
Woo!
I
I
can't
was
wait.
in danger of getting kicked off the
I
show,
wasn't
so
going
it's
to
okay.
say it until
I
all the
can't wait.
shit talking on Toy Story. Otherwise, I would never have the balls to say anything like that. That's audacity right there. But I have the
Dude, I
audacity to
can't
say
wait
that.
till
You
this
know what?
show.
I have the audacity to,
Oh.
ask a question I know people will say no to, but
I
Oh, I
cannot
love
wait till
this.
the show
That's
becomes
I-
super
the
popular.
gloves are
Shit,
the
Someone
off.
goes to her old episodes. Is like, did you talk shit about My Neighbor Totoro and Toy Story in the same episode? And then we're gonna have to have a PR
Or
post.
Willy Wonka? No.
When
Yeah.
we were younger, we
I
were
think
stupid.
my number-
and
We're
blah,
screwed.
blah, blah.
I think my number one will actually piss all of you off, in all honesty, which is totally fine. I wanted it to, so good.
I'm ready
Remy,
to be
do you-
canceled. I'm sorry. Just like I
Oh,
told
okay.
Tyler earlier today, I'm like, I'm already screwed, so
Yeah,
might as
Anna,
well
it-
just keep thinking myself.
No, you're perfectly allowed to have the wrong opinion. It's fine. But
No.
what's your number?
I'm usually in that same boat, so don't worry.
Wait, you said you had a number one that would piss everybody off?
I do, and you're going to have to wait for 2 more rounds. Whoa.
Yeah.
What?
All right, Remy, what do you think is the third worst Scary Kids movie? And you can interpret this in any way that you want.
I'm still trying to think. I blocked out so much from my childhood. Like, I
Me
feel
too.
you.
that's some
Right?
movie
I
right
feel
there.
you. I feel you on that.
Okay, no, you know what? And it just because it pissed me off, and I watched the show like all the time as a kid. And the movie came out when I was a kid. I had to watch, like, it was my first time at the dentist, and that's where I saw this movie, and it made me so fucking angry, and it still makes me angry. The first Tom and Jerry movie.
Where they
Like-
talk. Oh my God.
It's like when Avatar fans went to say The Last Airbender and they mispronounced his name and mispronounced everyone's name. They said Ong and Soka. So it was for me. It was like that for me, and I'm like, why the fuck
That
are they?
is so
Like, it
funny.
freaked me out. It really freaked me out. And it was my first time at the dentist. I was watching this movie my first
Oh
time.
my
Nothing
God.
happened. Like I wasn't getting billing or I was just getting a teeth cleaning, but still, I was like terrified. I was already terrified because of that.
Yeah.
And
So
then
They
funny.
talk.
it's a good thing my dentist had like Pac-Man and shit in the waiting room. Like, But yeah, fuck that movie. It still pisses me off to this day. How
I like
dare
it.
they?
Richard Kind was Tom?
Right?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like
I know.
or
That's so
I
funny.
Frankenstein. Like the whole point is that Frankenstein is not the monster, and then the whole premise of the movie misses the fact that Frankenstein is not the monster. It's a terrible,
It's a horrible
terrible
film.
movie. It's
Oh
so.
my god.
It's one of the few bad movies my boyfriend and I have not been able to finish, and we sat through all of Kirk Cameron's Saving Christmas, which
Oh
is by
That's
far,
rough.
Oh
the worst
my.
thing I've ever seen. Worst thing I've ever
That's
seen. I don't know why I wasn't expecting the racism and homophobia, but there was also that.
I mean, granted on
I
your
mean,
YouTube.
why we're like it happened, and we're like, oh, of course. Why wouldn't this be present? Why wouldn't he be racist?
Granted on your YouTube channel, you talked about at length for about American Christmas Carol with starring Chris Farley's brother.
That's in my bottom. It's in my bottom 10 for sure, but
Oh.
it's definitely not as bad as Saving Christmas. Nothing is as bad. There's no movie worse than Saving Christmas because it's not even a movie. Nothing happens. It's just
Yeah.
in a car, and Kirk Cameron is just making shit up for like 80 minutes to the point where even Christians saw the movie, like evangelical Christians saw this movie and were like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why would you do this? Why are you doing this? You're twisting the Lord's words.
Oh my god. All right, Matt.
I'm religious,
Whoop.
but I side with them. Like,
Yeah, I know.
I'm Jewish, so I'm like, I'm with you, girl. Like,
We can acknowledge something is a good movie. We can also acknowledge it's a bad movie. 'Cause I just want to reiterate, Leprechauns in the Hood is that movie.
it's so good.
It is a great, great film.
That's what I
But
should
it
watch.
is also hot garbage.
I need to watch it tonight.
You definitely do, especially when you see like a younger Ice-T.
Watch it.
When you see him, you're just like,
Jesus
like-
Christ.
you're like, when you,
Ice-T is
He's
everything.
so tiny.
He's never
Yeah.
made anything. He and Ryan Reynolds have never made anything worse. Everything they're
Yeah.
on, they
He's
somehow
more-
make it better.
He's
We're
more
gonna
like
film.
he's more like
Yeah.
a slushy tea in this movie. He's so small.
yeah, and that's great. And in that case, because I'm in the mood to be selfish, I am choosing Leprechauns 5.
As you should.
Leprechauns in the Hood.
As you
Okay.
should. That is a fair assessment,
Because
sir.
I
All
shows hell
right.
ain't choose a Totoro. No.
Fair.
Okay.
I
Or
don't
Willy
care.
Wonka. Yeah.
Okay. Willy Wonka, I still love the shit out that movie.
I know. That's what I said. I knew it's not going. Like my 3 and 1 is just me wanting to out myself, just kind of like Anna was doing. So Anna,
Oh.
I'm in the same boat as you. Don't worry, because
Toy
I'm
Story-
prepared for my
I
number
worry.
1.
I will
I've
say,
ruined
I did
myself
not like
already.
the new Willy Wonka at all.
No, which is funny because I was going to choose the new Willy Wonka because that's technically Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, but it's
Fair.
on the line between like because it was made in 2005.
And it
So
wasn't
technically
scary.
speaking, that's not an
Ah,
earlier
long
film.
time
That's
ago.
pre.
Fair enough.
That's
Fair
not like a
enough.
preteen, you know. And I would have chosen
Yeah,
that, but I
yeah.
couldn't.
But it's not
So-
scary.
There are things,
Exactly. That's also the point too.
Wait, what,
But-
Remy?
There are things about both Willy Wonka and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory that I like, and things that I hate. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
I
100%.
have an equal love-hate with both of those movies.
I'm gonna make
Understand.
y'all mad. I prefer
Hmm.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory 1,000 times. I will watch that movie. I watched that
Well,
movie. I think
If it
6.
wasn't for fucking Johnny Depp, and I
Yeah.
love Johnny Depp,
That
by the
was
way,
just
I'm a
enough.
big fan. If it wasn't for him as Willy Wonka, it probably would have been fucking great. And then the end was all about his daddy issues. It's like no one
Yeah.
asked for this, so I'm
Well,
Uh,
he needed to put
I love
Christopher Lee in it somehow. it was only to cast Christopher Lee.
yeah, just so he could go lollipops.
Lollipops.
Yeah.
Weird as hell. But like, yeah, Leprechauns in the Hood. Yeah.
Okay.
Great movie.
It's a good one.
Great
Alrighty.
bad movie.
All right, Lemar is the judge. Matthew, would you like to go first?
Sure, why not? Because I don't think he's gonna choose this one either. But maybe, I don't know. He's chaotic at this moment. So here we are. Bad scary kids movie because the fact that this wasn't even fucking scary. Like it was portrayed as a scary movie. It was and it was at that time for certain people it was scary. But overall, it wasn't at all because he's a beloved icon. They made an animated series of that shit as well too. It's fucking great and everything. Motherfucking Beetlejuice.
Oh, I fucking love that movie. God damn it! How dare
Oh
you.
my
Thank you.
god, I
Movie.
don't
Beetlejuice.
agree with you at all. That
No.
makes me, that upsets me.
Beetlejuice.
No, it's the thing. It's a great movie.
It's a great
Like
movie.
it's a great movie. It's not a scary movie, even though that's supposed to be a scary movie.
I don't think it was
It
supposed to be.
was?
Yeah, I don't think it was supposed to be.
No, that was supposed to be like a horror.
Yeah, it was-
Yeah.
Wait,
It had horror themes. It was a movie
Yeah,
with
horror
very
themes,
strong
yeah.
horror
Yeah,
themes.
it had horror
Yeah.
elements, but it was but shrouded around a lot of comedy though. It's so like because it was supposed to
Exactly.
be,
That's the
yeah.
point. That's the point.
It wasn't
That's
scary.
bad. Like that was supposed to be a scary movie, I believe. Because that movie,
Actually,
look, don't get me wrong, the worms did
the
fuck with me.
worm-
The worms did
the-
fuck with me.
The
I
worm
think
scared me.
It's
Worm
just
scared
I'm Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I'm
I love that
I'm
movie.
here. My name is Tim, and I'm here. That was his name.
Yep. It's a great movie. Love it.
What about,
Just
what
wasn't
about the
scary.
clown scene in
I love that
Pee-wee's
movie.
Big Adventure? That was creepy. I love that.
What was
movie.
it?
Oh god.
The clown.
Oh, yeah,
dream-
Pee-wee's
all
Big-
the
oh my
dream
God.
sequences in Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh, when he's
Is that
in
your
the, when,
pick or
when
no?
he's when he's in the truck
Well,
driver,
Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
when the truck driver looks at him and then the face. Oh
That shit
god.
was kind of creepy too.
Mm-hmm.
This movie is apparently a classic, and I don't understand. I don't understand why anybody likes this movie. I don't understand anything. They made a musical out of this piece of shit. It had the thing that scared me as a kid, but like I hated the movie so much. Like mixed feelings. Like a lot of other kids were like terrified of it, and I wasn't. But there was a character called the Kidnapper in it, and it had a long nose. It was a Disney film. It was an old movie with a flying car named Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Oh
I
yeah,
Hate
yeah. That
film.
was a trip.
That
That movie was a
film-
trip and a half.
That film is trash. The Kidnapper was not scary, but for other kids, it scared them. But like he was just so stupid and like
Yeah, that movie
no-
was-
yeah.
was dumb. I'm kind
A
of.
white thing? 'Cause I don't
I
remember
didn't.
that
I
movie.
didn't care. I
Big
guess I just
Disney
didn't
thing. I
care
don't know
about
if
I
it's a
think it
I
is.
knew of Chi Chi Bang Bang.
Yeah, I
never
know
seen
of it. Never seen it either. Like
I saw it once as a kid, and I was like, whatever.
It's one of those
Like,
movies.
Oh, yeah.
It could just be a shitty child's movie with scary elements.
Yeah.
You know, like for example,
Yeah.
like South
Yeah.
Park. Like, look, I was so scared about never finding the clitoris in my life from the South Park movie. Like, I was worried, so fucking worried that I would never find the clitoris at all in my life. Yo, that scared the fuck out of me. 'Cause I was like, man,
The same.
Like-
I was looking at that thing and like, what the fuck am I looking at?
like, what is this? And it's gonna talk to me. And it's gonna guide me. And I'm like, yo. Am I ever gonna find my own clitoris in my own life? Like, I hope one day I do find the clitoris, and like I can do the best I can. I hope, and
I mean,
that scared me. That scared
If
me.
it makes you feel any better, I have one, and I saw that movie when I was 12, and I didn't know where it was because I didn't know.
It doesn't.
Because-
It's not like a
because I
map.
found
It's just
out what
it's
it
in your
was.
face.
Oh
right, Anna,
my
what you
god!
got?
I have
on, Anna,
nothing.
let's
I have
go.
nothing to. No.
Say it.
Say,
clitoris.
agree with me. Agree with me. Come on. Agree with me. Back me up
Put it
on this.
on
The
the
scariest
record.
thing. Look, let's be real about this. The
On
scariest
the
thing that a man can do is on the record. The scariest thing a man cannot do is find the clitoris. That is scary as hell, no matter what anybody
Wait,
says. 'Cause
wait, you mean not-
fail as a
not
man
find
if you can.
If he was a young, unattractive man, it was very terrifying.
Oh my god!
Here's what you
So,
do.
Anna, gonna back me up.
You
Come on,
ask
back me up,
the
Anna.
girl-
Come on, the clitoris.
The first time you ask a girl, "Hey, where's the clitoris?" She'll be like, "Right there," and it's like, "Okay, great." It's like,
You
Yeah.
have a different interaction with women than I do.
just ask.
Oh, I'm not saying I had that
You-
problem. I'm just saying it
I
was
mean,
scary.
it helps that I have one. So, like,
You can make that decision
yeah,
Yes,
to
God,
to
yes.
share or not.
it was pretty easy for me to figure out, but
I love Future Tyler editing this and making sure we don't get taken the
Please.
fuck off of all of our
Dear-
platforms.
Dear
But Anna,
internet,
I just need
please
you to
don't
say-
cancel me.
wait, is this what
Please.
you get?
So
You gotta-
anyway,
We're,
You're gonna
this is
get
the
monetized?
episode that cancels us.
right? Okay.
No, this should not be the episode that cancels us.
There could be, but there's more. There's more. I have one movie that it's just I can't. I'm
South Park?
sorry.
South Park.
No.
Come on. South Park. Come on. Back me up. South
I'm
Park.
I'm
Back
so
up Lemar, back me up
thrown
on the
off
South
by
Park,
that.
come on.
I'm so thrown off.
You got this.
No, okay, so this is a movie that I remember people being scared of, but I wasn't. So, like, does that count, Tyler?
Yeah, of course.
Like, it
totally.
wasn't scary to
Yes.
me, but it
Well,
was
that-
scary to other kids. Labyrinth. The one with David Bowie.
Elaborate with David Bowie.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that was
That was a very good pick, actually.
That's so
Wow.
fun.
the musical numbers, at the time, like the costuming, everything. I was entranced by it, but I remember a lot of my friends and classmates were terrified of this movie. I'm like, why? Just open your mind, kind of thing. But that's one of my that's my number 2. Because
she's not saying it's a bad movie. She's just saying it wasn't scary.
It wasn't scary. I'm not saying it's a bad movie.
Bad films.
No. Wait, does that count if I don't think it's a bad movie?
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, like I said, interpret this in any way that you want. This is the most broad one that we've ever done. So you're good.
This is so broad.
All right.
And also, I wanted that to be my wedding dress, and I still do. So there we go. Boom.
What are the choices right now? You know what?
Right now, you have Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, Beetlejuice, and Labyrinth right now.
Who's the judge?
I am.
You know what? If she can't think of one, and if you're okay with it, you can just volunteer and say fuck it, and just let Lemar decide right now.
I genuinely cannot.
I'm down with that.
Okay.
So
that's okay.
I'm going to take that. I'm going to say mine real quick. I'm not going to pick it, but I just want mine out there. It's technically not a movie, but these three I really don't give too much fucks about. Lamb Chops Play Along.
Oh
no. I'm sorry. I'm taking that back. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Not the Mr. Rogers part, but the fucking castle shit.
Oh, the puppet land.
The puppets. That shit was bloody terrible, and I hated looking at it. But I'm not going to pick it. With the spirit of it, I'm going to give it to Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice was hilarious.
Okay.
Was not scary, and I don't know anyone who's like except for the worms. The worms are fucking terrifying, but the rest of the movie, Here's the thing: I watched Beetlejuice as a child, and I was fine.
Yeah.
And if you've heard me say it 1,000 times, I don't watch scary. So if I was able to watch Beetlejuice, it was fine.
And so, alrighty, Lemar, the worst kids scary film.
Fuck it, I'll say it. It was for like a while. Disney was just pumping out these like straight to TV movies.
Yeah.
And a few of them were pretty fire for a good while. But I'm sure that this was supposed to be creepy because it was supposed to be kind of like a ripoff of what was it? The HAL 9000 type character.
Yeah.
But there's a movie called Smart House that stars
Kaylee
Seagal.
Yeah, that movie.
I thought that shit was so dope. I didn't know how how much foresight would be into that because I have too many devices listening for me the fucking code words right now.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that was supposed to be like a warning about technology and dependence too much. I thought it was dope. I didn't see what the problem was. I unplugged the bitch. But yeah, that's my like worst like kids kind of supposed to be kind of scary type movie.
In that case, I have something.
Okay.
It's another Disney Channel original movie, which I've been super obsessed with.
Please go, please. I need to know now.
Me too.
Well, it's one specific scene at the end of Luck of the Irish when he becomes like.
Oh man!
Yo, you know
when they were playing the basketball match and everything.
We're talking about evil leprechauns, and he because he's Irish. Apparently, I didn't know you could be racist against Irish people, and this movie proves that apparently you totally can be. I didn't think it was possible, but this movie proved me wrong.
Don't look up Irish history. Just telling you, just letting you know as well.
No, don't do that shit.
No, it's fine. But anyway, that was like it. I don't know. Like
this motherfucker looks like Flynn Balor. Why?
You know?
It's a wrestler. People know who I'm talking about.
Finn Balor like that. Don't
look him up. Look him up. Look up the transformations. Look if you don't look like a long teeth Flynn Balor.
I remember the movie. I love it.
He looks exactly like a crackhead Finn Balor. If Finn Balor lost a lot of weight and started doing drugs, looks exactly like Finn Balor.
Oh my god, that is so insulting to Finn Balor.
He's a fantastic man that probably pounded Paige.
Okay,
but he
House.
looks exactly like it.
Okay, Smart
Okay.
House, Luck of the Irish. Cool.
What's-
Wait, should I go last or Matt?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I think
Yeah, you
so.
go. I'll go with my choice. I don't care. My choice is it's a bad movie, but it's not supposed to be. It actually was supposed to be a scary movie. This is actually for real. It's supposed to be a scary movie, but it's not. Okay, they advertised it as a scary movie. They did, and they fucking did it. Because there's no way in hell that
I know what it is.
you can have a scary movie about a haunted mansion with Eddie Murphy. No, just no, not at all.
That movie was
Okay.
terrible.
Oh God.
No,
Oh,
the
movie
movie
was so
sucked.
fucking
Not
bad.
only did it suck as well
God.
too, but like once again, it's supposed to be a scary movie, but it wasn't. Okay, the only reason why it was scary because I would be trapped in a mansion with Eddie Murphy. That's scary as fuck right there. Okay, that's bad. But
Especially
Eddie
Murphy.
I love Eddie Murphy now, but at that time,
Uh,
no.
yeah,
Hell
no.
no.
His
Hell
movies are
no.
That
he's
killed his career.
hilarious. His movies are like,
Yeah.
I
like
think
he's
it,
funny.
That and Norbit killed his career.
Norbit is a fucking horror show.
it's a bad movie.
It is
Yeah.
a
I was-
fantastic movie.
Norbit
It
was a
has-
movie that I was physically angry watching Norbit.
Oh,
Yeah.
same. Well, it's like the
That's 'cause
oldest
we're
jokes are like,
but
she's black and
also-
fat. Here are all these jokes about how black and fat she is. It's like, wow,
You-
this is the worst.
You know what?
thing.
You know what,
I've ever
Matt? I
seen.
would give you that was because I'm
Oh.
fat, but he made Nutty Professor, so he knows how to make a movie with fat people
Yeah.
and using
Yes,
fat
he does.
jokes and not be like
Offensive.
absolutely garbage.
Yeah.
But Norbit
Yeah.
was garbage from like
No, it was
Cat Williams
horrible.
couldn't save that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah,
Yeah.
you're
Hey,
100%
no,
right.
it
too.
wasn't Cat Williams.
Or
Something,
Cuba.
because
Or
Cat
Cuba
Williams
Gooding Jr.
saves everything.
No, and you're
it wasn't-
100% right too. That movie just sucked, but
Yeah.
it still wasn't a scary movie. They put it as a scary movie, and then you
Oh
realize
no,
it's with
fucking
Eddie Murphy.
Respucia was scary
Yeah.
as shit.
You know,
Okay.
Norbit was scarier than fucking Haunted
Fuck
Mansion.
Norbit.
You know,
No, yeah.
Fuck
So
that movie. Sorry.
I'm not gonna win, but I want to say this.
I don't think I'm gonna win either. No
I've
one's gonna
been
win.
waiting.
Shit.
I've been waiting. You've been hyping it up.
Yeah,
dude.
I've been waiting for this.
Also, I
I
think we're going soon.
I'm
so-
sorry, niggas.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
bad. Shit.
I do not like Ghostbusters 1 and 2.
Yeah, I agree.
What?
I'm not gonna argue that.
I mean, it's not that
Wait,
I don't
I like
dislike
that.
it, but I don't
What's
like it.
happening? Why are we all why are we all
I'm not
agreeing
even
like
keep-
Rockadoodle and
I-
Ghostbusters?
Yeah,
What?
I don't like I don't hate it, but I don't get the hype. Like I
Yeah,
think it's
I
super
don't
overrated.
hate them either. I just don't like them. Like there's some
so
funny
overrated.
bits in it. Bill Murray's hilarious in it. Rick
He's
Moranis
always-
is brilliant,
he's always
and
great.
Sigourney Weaver is so hot and awesome. But like
Yeah.
the rest of it is just I'm like, okay. And like that movie would like scare kids and stuff like that. My parents were like, "Are you okay after watching The Ghost?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't like this movie. I just didn't care for it."
Like the
Yeah, the movie
Goonies.
sucked. Who
I
cares?
feel the same way about
What?
Ghostbusters as I do about the Goonies.
I'm just gonna put this out there. I actually have not seen the original Ghostbusters.
It's like
I
I don't
I don't
prefer
get the
I,
hype.
cute. It's
I
cute.
prefer the newer one. I'm sorry. I prefer the all female Ghostbusters.
I
I
haven't-
really
I
do.
haven't seen
There's
it.
the new female Ghostbusters. There's a better movie on the cutting room floor.
Yes, there
for
is
that one.
absolutely.
I
Just-
guarantee there's a better movie on the cutting room floor.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is what I'll say about Ghostbusters to defend it. Sorry, talking over you. I'm rude, but that's
Well, that's all we've been doing.
true.
No, that's all we do.
Literally.
That's all we do.
The original Ghostbusters is one of those movies that if you see it after the hype, it gets lost because it will never meet the expectations.
Mhm,
And a lot
mhm.
of people who I found that a lot of people who do not like Ghostbusters or are not overly fans about it saw it after the hype.
Mm.
And you
Yeah.
understand that at the time, the cinematography and the fucking special effects were pretty fucking dope
Yeah.
Yeah.
at the time. And
course.
seeing that shit as is,
They still look
but-
cool and like
oh, they still look cool.
they
And
still
when you
look
figure out how they
stylistic
did
and
the
it-
shit,
yeah.
the fact the Slimer worked at all is fantastic. But it has some pacing issues, but a lot of I'm trying not to make too many excuses. A lot of movies at that time had the same kind of pacing
Of
issues
course.
where they just fucking talk too much. Get to a point. Like Police Academy even had issues with pacing, a few of them.
Michael
But,
Winslow
yeah.
saved that movie, I swear to God. If it wasn't for him and his
Oh, it wasn't
weirdness-
him. One movie easy.
Oh yeah. Michael Winslow, man, I love that guy.
Everyone does. That's
Oh, yeah.
beautiful.
He was on America's Got Talent. I'm like, dude, Come on.
Yeah, I saw that. That shit was really
I was
fucking.
like, you're so amazing, man. Oh well.
You know why he was on it? It still upset me that he was on it.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't be on America's Got Talent.
Yeah. Anyway, hey Anna. What
Hey, Anna.
what is your choice? What is your choice, and then what are you picking as the worst kids scary film of all time?
I don't really have a number one. So, is it okay if I just choose?
Sure.
I honestly want to call it Luck of the Irish. I have to.
Are you really picking
not,
it?
It's not a good movie.
It's a terrible movie.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
so
not. I watched
wait.
it so much as a kid. Like every St. Patrick's Day, I would watch it, and I rewatched it recently. I'm like, this is
Yes.
like, again, I didn't think it was possible to be racist against Irish people, but it turns out you totally
Hey,
can.
howdy.
I didn't think it was possible, but
Oh, it is
Disney,
very possible.
Oh yeah.
They really,
Disney's
really
trying
went
again.
for it.
Yeah,
Yeah. They went for it.
Yeah, take some fucking pig's feet for lunch. Like, are you serious? Like,
Oh my god.
This
Yeah.
fucking list.
And
This
that's
list.
All right, top.
This was the hardest.
Alrighty, we have the top
Wasn't that hard?
5. The top 5 best kids scary movies were James and the Giant Peach, Willy Wonka, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Pinocchio, and Who Framed Roger Rabbit at number 1. And then the worst of all time at number 3, Leprechaun in the Hood. Number 2, Beetlejuice. Makes me so mad. And
yeah,
number 1, Luck of the Irish, the Disney film, the Disney Channel film, or if they want to call it that. That is our list. Oh, this was insane. Alrighty. Remy,
yeah, 100%.
where can they find more about you?
okay, so I'm on the YouTubes. Basically I'm in drag and I talk about whatever the fuck I want, usually about movies or TV or whatever. And it's called Coke Francis, like Pope Francis, but with the drink. The drink. And you can find me on Instagram as at Remy Cleo, RemyClio. I don't have any shows coming, or I think I do next Saturday, but it's not set in stone, so I'm not going to promote it because I don't know.
No problem.
But I gotta go. But thank you so much for having me. This has been so much fucking fun.
Of course.
And I promise I won't take your spot. I'm sorry. Jokes. It's jokes.
Okay.
It's just funny,
You're totally
jokes.
Yeah. Anna, Anna, where can they find you?
Oh, where can you find me? You can find me on the Twitter at Anna Voltage, all one word. Or you can follow us on our podcast social media handles at Pop Prism Power, all one word.
Lemar Harris.
This is my. Oh, I shouldn't say that after Luckily Irish. Anyway, my name is LemartheConGuy. You can find me on Instagram, Twitch, and Twitter, all under LemartheConGuy. I'm on this podcast and several others. Oh God, what have I done?
Okay. Matthew Johnson.
I am co-owner of NerdyBit. You can Google us on NerdyBit, but mostly you can find me behind Lemar in his shadow because that's why I usually am mad because motherfuckers love his ass more than me.
Like
so
Oh my God.
I'm not really, nigga.
And as always, all the links are going to be down below for all these people, all the links, everything that they said. Thank you for listening in and thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like. That would help us out so much. Have a wonderful week. We'll be back and we're going to have some bonus stuff come out. If you didn't watch our Rose City Comic Con panel, it is now on our channel. And
shit, is it?
Oh
God.
Have a wonderful,
There.
have a
Wasn't
wonderful
invited.
week. Wear a mask and GGG.
Grand Geek Gathering.